Hey guys, Chris here. You join me here in the most sold car in Norway of 2020. Not the most sold SUV, not the most sold electric vehicle, the most sold vehicle, car, period of 2020. So this is going to be a bit of a different video, but I just read this article about, the most sold cars in Norway in 2020. And if you're new to the EV market, the EV world, or don't know about Norway, Norway has been the leader in EV sales for, I don't know, almost a decade now, with the Tesla Model S when it came out in 2013, just crushing the statistics. And this year, for the first time, we rose above 50%. So 54% of all new cars sold in Norway in 2020 were EVs. More than half of the new car sales in Norway are EVs. We're going to go through the top 10 list. That is quite cool, just to see where the different cars, where your car, maybe the car you're considering, where it ended up on the top 10 list. So the total car sales in Norway ended at just about 141,000 cars sold. That's a decline of about 0.7% compared to 2019. So a little less cars, about 1,500 less cars, and yeah, 141,000 cars. You might be saying, well, that's nothing. In my country or in my city or in my neighborhood, they sell 8 billion vehicles a year. That might be the case. I'm in Norway. I'm reporting on Norwegian sales, and here, considering, that is quite a good number for cars sold. And more than 54% means that 74,000, I think, was the number. 79,789 of the new cars sold in Norway last year were EVs. And I think that is basically, I think that's like the fourth highest number of any country in the world. So you might be saying, yeah, well, that's not a lot, 54% of 140,000. Yeah, it's 80,000 sold electric vehicles in a country with just above 5 million inhabitants. I think that's more than California put together. California has like 30 million people or 35 million people, and I think they only sell about like 50 or 60,000 EVs a year. So that is quite an amazing number. So we're going to go through the top 10, and number one is, of course, the Audi E-Tron. 9,227 sold, almost 10,000 sold Audi E-Trons. And remember, this is an expensive car. It starts at around 600,000 kroners. At the beginning of the year, before they adjusted up the prices, they actually started at 500,000 kroners. So in the US, that would be like 50,000, but you don't have the 50 there, the E-Tron 50. So I think it starts at like 60, 65,000. May even be more, because in Norway we actually don't have, so on normal cars we have taxes on horsepower, or we had taxes on horsepower, we have taxes on CO2 emissions, so, and we have VAT and all kinds of prices, meaning that in Norway, like a Volkswagen Golf is like 50% more expensive than maybe in Germany, or might even be more. But EVs, we don't even have VAT. So VAT, value added tax, which is like a 20 to 25% tax on top of all like new stuff sold within Europe. EVs don't even have that in Norway, with zero taxation. So owning an EV is quite lucrative, because you can get the same type of vehicle for much less money. Like this car, for instance, cost I think was like before rebates, it was like 900,000 kroners. My first XC90 diesel before rebates was like 1,030,000 kroners. So this is actually cheaper, with more performance, more equipment. And yeah, if you go to any other country, the E-Tron is more expensive, than the D4 XC90. So that is saying something there. Number two, we have the Tesla Model 3 with 7,770 sold vehicles. And then we have the Volkswagen ID.3 with 7,754. So only about 16 shy of the Model 3. And it came out at the end of the year. Remember, it came out like September. If they would have had a full sales year, it would be like number one, without a doubt. It would be ahead of the Audi e-tron. So next year will be quite interesting. Will they sell 15,000 ID3s? Well, they might. At number 4, we have the Nissan Leaf with 5,221 sold vehicles. And then surprisingly, in 5th place, we have the Volkswagen e-Golf with 5,068. So if we add the e-Golf to the ID3, that's almost 13,000 Volkswagens sold in that class. So yeah, 15,000 next year might be plausible. At number 6, we have the Hyundai Kona, 5,029, just shy of the Volkswagen e-Golf. And then in 7th place, oh, sorry guys, these are including, so the Golf is including the normal, also the petrol and the diesel, and also the Kona is also the petrol and diesel, because 7th place is the Toyota RAV4, which isn't made in an EV with 4,412. So we can say that 1, 2, 3, and 4, top 4 are pure EVs, like the E-Tron, the Model 3, the ID3, and the Volkswagen Leaf are only made in electric versions. So those are pure EVs. And then in 8th place again, we have the MG ZS or ZS or whatever you want to call it, with 3,720 sold vehicles. So that's another pure EV. And then in 9th place, we have the Mercedes-Benz EQC, 3,614 sold vehicles. So the Audi e-tron sold almost 3 times as much, or 2.5 times as much as the EQC. The EQC came out in 2020, I think in the fall after Corona. That might be a reason. Next year, well, that might be closer. I think the EQC is incredible value for the money. So surprised it's not higher up on the list. And then in 10th place, we have the Mitsubishi Outlander at 3,258 sold vehicles. So that's the top 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5. So 6 out of the top 10 most sold vehicles are pure EVs. And then if you want to add in the Volkswagen e-Golf, or the Golf and the Kona, which probably, I would believe that almost all of those sales are the electric versions. You have 8 out of 10 of the top 10 most sold vehicles in 2020 are EVs, and that is insane, guys. So that was just a cool video. I wanted to do an update. I'm just going to roll out this video probably just quite quickly, just to get it out to you guys, because this is new. So yeah. What do you think? Do you live in a country where they are selling a lot of EVs? And if you are, what EVs do they sell a lot there? And are you looking to buy any of the EVs that are sold here? Oh, guys, here it says in the article, I'm sorry, of the 5,068 of the Volkswagen Golfs that were sold, 4,770 were the e-Golf. Let's see if we have numbers of the Kona electric. No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. So guys, are you looking to buy any of these EVs that are on the top 10 list? If you are, let me know in the comments down below which of these you are buying. I'm very interested. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always guys, please subscribe. See you guys later and goodbye.